Hello, just doing a quick video here, having some problems with my Artec hot rails pickup. It's just in a Fender Squire Affinity. So there's original pickup and bridge, the 6-pole piece, and there's the Artec dual rail. But what's happening is, you can see on the E string, it's barely meeting the first rail here, and then kind of touches the second rail, but on the high E string it misses the second rail and just touches the first rail. So even when in humbucker position, the low E is a bit weak and the high E is like really weak. It's about 60% of the volume of the rest of the strings, and the low E is about 80% or so. And that's what that. I twisted as far as I can get it and try to shift over. I adjusted it up, down, all over, and it just will not get the volume. You can see the big curve they have in it to, I guess, get the radius of the neck, but it's such a curve. It's like a 7-inch curve or so. And the next, well, I have I think a 12 on there now, but the stock was a 9-inch curve. So this is like, so the curve of the rails gets the two middle strings very high volume, and then lower volume, and then noticeably no volume, and then hardly any volume on the E string. So there's something to look out for. There's the stock one, flat of course, and a bit wider. I'll just measure it out here. Just doing this single-handedly, so it's a bit tricky, but let's see what we can do. So the original one, let's see here, it's about 60 millimeters from outer pole to outer pole, and the Artec, you can see already it's quite a bit smaller, is about, if I can move it, 58 millimeters. So 2 millimeters shorter on a rail, and also it's got the same angle. It isn't a factory Fender bridge, but same angle as the factory one. So a shorter rail, it just doesn't work. I don't know what they're thinking, but they needed to either stagger these rails, have the bottom one go over to the E side more, and top, or top the high E side and top low E side, but either way it just doesn't work. So if you're picking up a good deal on an Artec pickup, you might plan on putting it into something else. Don't know what else will fit. It's the 3 screw Telecaster mounting. It'd work in a smaller, say Gibson string spacing. Actually, I'll just measure the string spacing too, which is exactly the same. I'll go with those. Do a quick measurement here. So the original one, Fender saddles, is, let's see, get it on camera. Yeah, we'll say 54 millimeters or so, and it should be the exact same as on this one here. Sorry, I'm throwing stuff around, but I'm ticked off here. Yeah, so same string spacing as the original, and doesn't fit. It's noticeably messed up when you play it. So yeah, if you get a dual rail pickup, make sure it's built properly and long enough to actually make the guitar pick up what you're playing on both with the high and low E strings. Possibly the Seymour Duncan hot rail is built properly. I would imagine it would be. I'm sure they've tested it, but this thing's definitely not working out. It's a great pickup, no noise and good sound, and it splits great, but it's just built incorrectly. It's way too short and totally misses the high E string and barely catches it on one of the rails. So not a good pickup.